We've seen widespread impact so far, not just on the political side, but also in terms of the businesses operating in the state. And that's all been really compounded by, of course, the fact that this is the second time this month that ICE agents in Minnesota have been involved in a fatal shooting. It's coming just weeks after the shooting of Renee Good by an ICE agent in Minneapolis. But in terms of the political impact, this is raising quite a lot of difficult questions in Minnesota and also for the US at large. We're seeing a standoff really between authorities within the state and the federal government. President Trump has accused the Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and the Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey of inciting insurrection with their rhetoric. We've also heard from the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. She has called Alex Pretty a domestic terrorist and argued that he was impeding the work of border control in a press conference. But there's also this wider question of the Second Amendment right to bear arms, and even the National Rifle Association have got involved now. They're traditionally a Republican-leaning organization, but they are calling for a full investigation here into the shooting and really are pushing back against this idea that if you carry guns, you risk being lawfully shot by officers. They've called that dangerous and wrong. So this incident is really bringing up wider constitutional questions. But on the business side of things, there's been an open letter from more than 60 CEOs of companies based in the state. These are names like Target and Cargill, and they are arguing for immediate de-escalation of tensions.
Indeed. I suppose if anyone thought that having so much video footage of such a terrible and serious incident was going to immediately resolve things, it really hasn't. There's a lot of footage out there, and yet deeply political, argument about what was seen in that footage. In terms of what it means more broadly for the US government, the idea that there could be a shutdown as a result of this, how does that stem from that incident?
Yeah, well, we're facing quite a perhaps unimaginable possibility that we're going to see a second partial government shutdown. We're just weeks away from the last one. And that's because this shooting has happened in the wake of quite a few unpopular actions by the Trump administration. So we're talking about aggression towards Venezuela and over Greenland. And now these latest incidents in Minnesota are raising tensions in Congress to new heights. So we've seen Senate Democrats really digging in against a particular bill which concerns the Department for Homeland Security, which oversees ICE. There's this bill which regards their funding, which was expected to pass this week as part of a wider package. But now Senate Democrats are questioning ICE and saying they want new restrictions on ICE and a full investigation into the shooting before they can vote for that bill. And that some are also calling for the bill to be separated into two, which of course would cause even further delays. So that situation is really uncertain at the moment.